I'm Roger.
I'm Adam.
And welcome to another episode of RC Street Shop's Product of the Week.
Yes.
So,
what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about parts.
Parts!
Parts is parts.
Parts is parts.
Now,
we have some Tekno parts.
We have Tekno parts.
These are upgrade parts, right?
These are upgrade parts. Now, what we thought we'd go through today is those of you who have four-wheel drive Slashes, four-wheel drive Stampedes, all the cars on that platform, you know that your stock axles are pretty tough out of the box. Your drive shafts are not that bad, but you're always looking for upgrades. And one of the things with the 4x4 cars is that they can handle tons of power. Now, what happens when you've got that Mamba Monster in there, or you've got that crazy Tekin motor, or you're just snapping axles left and right? You go to these Tekno axles and Driveshaft.
Okay. So what are these? Are these aluminum parts?
These are metal parts. These are steel drive shafts.
Okay.
And they're not just drive shafts. What Tekno does for you is they give you a new bearing holder and axle setup.
All right. So let's break it down here. So what have we got here?
We have the Tekno big bone center drive shaft.
All right.
We have the Tekno rear / drive shaft kit and the Tekno front / drive shaft kit.
And these are all separate kits. They can be done separately, individually, but they kind of all go together.
Right. It's kind of what you do to really beef up the driveline in a 4x4 Slash.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's talk price point on these guys. Looks like the front and rear kits are about $45.
Yeah. Those come between $40 and $50 for each drive shaft set. Now, that's not too spendy. It's right in line with what the heavy-duty MIP stuff costs. And what you're getting with these is you're getting the added benefit of better steering knuckles and better rear uprights. The designs are better. So what you get in these is they have more adjustment points. So if you're at the point where you want to change this stuff, you want your truck to handle better, these Tekno parts have a lot more adjustment built into it, so you can fine-tune the handling a lot better. Plus, they've got larger wheel bearings. These larger wheel bearings will handle bigger jumps, more speed, more heat, all the stuff that goes, more punishment. All the stuff you're going to see with bigger motors. Okay.
And these guys right here are obviously the Outdrives.
This is the drive shaft set. What the drive shaft set does is the standard Traxxas setup has got it's the drive shaft's internally splined. Problem with that is that when you get chassis flex or the thing gets dirty, drive shaft doesn't want to slide back and forth on the splines as easily, so they bend really easily. Plus, there's not a lot of movement in the stock drive shaft. So if you hit something really hard, the chassis will bend. It'll bend your drive shaft a little bit because once the splines start to cock, then the drive shaft doesn't want to move on them because they're at an angle.
Okay.
And then it catches it and it bends. It's really common for us to find Slashes and Stampedes and rally cars that bent drive shafts.
Okay.
So what this is this converts it over to a conventional dog bone setup. What the dog bone setup is you have two female cups on each end, and then basically male ends that go in and slide back and forth. Okay. And there's a lot more, not play, but there's tolerances aren't quite as tight. So if the chassis bends, a lot more give, so what can happen is the drive shaft can slide back and forth better. Plus the drive shaft is considerably lighter for better performance. And it's a lot tougher, so it's not going to bend quite as easily either. So it won't jam up, and if you do get to the point where the chassis bends so much that the drive shaft can't move, the drive shaft's not just going to give away and bend completely.
Okay. Let's see. Normally at this point I'm asking them what's in the box, but we actually have 3 separate packages here. It does look like, for example, the front and rear kits give you, obviously,
So in these kits, you get bearings, you get a CVD style axle, which is a ball and socket style axle. The advantage to that is that at extreme angles they're really smooth. But the conventional dog bone or U-joint, when you move the wheel down really far and the U-joint's at an extreme angle, they're not really smooth. So when the U-joint tries to move, it wants to bind up a little bit. And that causes the tire not to spin as easily. Plus, it can cause the axle to break. It just causes issues. Whereas with a CVD style joint, you've got a smooth ball and socket. So even at the most extreme angle,
you're still getting that full motion.
Right, exactly.
All right. And obviously in here you're getting the shaft and you're getting ends and
everything you need to convert it over.
Pretty much everything you need. And when is somebody who's got a stock Slash looking at the point where they're looking at buying $50 upgrade parts?
When you're continuously breaking your stock parts. Okay. So the Slash has decent axles out of the box, but if you beat the snot out of them repeatedly, they're going to break.
Okay.
So if you break an axle, and you insist on replacing it with a stock one, and then you break it again, it's time to look at the Tekno stuff. Because you're not going to break it. What's nice about these two is these are rebuildable. So for a very, I think the rebuild kit's like $10.
Yeah.
So you can rebuild the insides of the axle when it starts to wear out and it wants to give way. So this is something that, even if it wears out, you can rebuild it and keep using it, and it's very cheap to maintain.
Okay, all right. So a little pricey up front, but money well invested and really attached to your car and your vehicle and all of that.
Right. Think of it this way. If you're continuously breaking axles, you're not getting the full amount of playtime out of your car.
Yeah.
And it starts to get frustrating, whereas you pop down $50 or $40 one time, now your problem's solved.
Okay. There you go. So if you're one of those guys who keeps breaking, maybe now's the time to do some upgrading. Let's see. Real basic one this week. We're running out of stuff to talk about in the show.
Well, we haven't done an upgrade for a while either.
We haven't. It's been a while, so we'd highlight that for you. So if folks are interested in coming in and check out some upgrade parts, not just Tekno upgrade parts, but upgrade parts in general for their RC vehicles.
Everything.
Is there somewhere where they can come and do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me think. Whoa, I got it. It's RC Street Shop, 5521 East Spring Street, Long Beach, California, 90808 if you want to send us a letter.
There you go. Let's see. If you are geographically challenged and you can't make it here, you got to pick up the phone and call us instead. And is there a number they can do that at?
They can do that. It's 562-425-9000.
All right. And if you're shy, you don't want to actually talk to us, you can send us an email, info@rcstreetshop.com. We are on social media. Twitter, we are at RC Street Shop, all one word. You can keep up with us there and keep up on all the news, the videos, all that fun stuff. We're also on Facebook, RC Street Shop as well there. Like the page and keep up on things that way. We are also on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching this video, so we'd appreciate it if you like it. But more importantly, we need you to tell your friends, but be sure to subscribe! Hit that subscribe button. Let everybody know we're doing these, and we'll see you next week. Bye.